I did not want it to end up like this. That's insane to me. Like... Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am Grandmaster Shaymin, and today we have another episode of Escape from the Princess. In the last episode, we finished putting together our clothing for our escape, and we just got an announcement that says that the price for capturing the witch has increased by double what it was originally, as we now continue on with the next part of the story. And obviously the main character is having some trouble because she totally loves the witch. She doesn't quite realize that it's love yet, but she really wants the witch to stay with her forever. Which is love. I mean, kind of. But, I mean, she totally loves this chick. Anyway. Make sure you click that thumbs up button down below for me if you have not already. I would really, really appreciate it. Every thumbs up is amazing. It really means a lot. And make sure to comment in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts on the series. Zara and I spend the entire day polishing our plan and going over every possible option available to us should we be exposed by the guards. We get fairly heated argument, which ends in a small fight. Oh geez, this is all getting to our heads. It's no surprise we both go to bed upset. I can't sleep. I keep tossing and turning. When we finally doze off, my dreams are anxious and restless. I don't know how much time has passed, but when I wake up, I hear the window creak. Opening my eyes, I notice it's still night out. Again, Zara is nowhere to be found, but I see the window so the roof is open. I immediately surmise that the witch has decided to take a stroll on the rooftops to calm her nerves before tomorrow. That's a good idea. My first thought is to go check on the witch, but then I decide she probably needs a little bit of time. I doubt she'll be very happy if I interrupted her solitude. But she might be executing the plan by herself. Yawning, I dive back into the covers. I hope Zara isn't out there long. Oh no. Settling in my pillow, I almost immediately fall asleep. Oh no. Oh, Rosetta! Hey, are you awake? Rosetta, it's morning already. Just a couple more minutes. We don't have a couple more minutes. It'll be dawn soon. Oh, what, dawn? I immediately leap out of bed, even though I'd been ready to fall back asleep just a moment before. Glancing out the window, I see Zara is right. It's early morning already, which means we need to hurry to the northern gate before Zara's freedom lies. Hopefully the gate's guards will be too lazy and tired to pay us much heed to two strange priestesses. I begin flying about the room, throwing on my disguise as I go, and I try to visualize the route we need to take over the rooftops in order to sneak outside the marketplace square. Oh, I hope the doubled guard won't notice us. Zara is already dressed with her hair combed and is just waiting for me. Having a hard time, I once again convinced that our outfits are terrible. The dresses are terribly baggy, threads are sticking out everywhere, and the sight itself is rather sad. But when Zara clumsily turns around and the sleeve falls right off her dress, I realize we're in trouble. Oh god. Ah, gods, this isn't a dress, it's some kind of punishment. They're gonna get us. They'll definitely get us. Everything I've done to prepare my escape has been for naught. I knew nothing would come of this. Don't panic. Now is not the time to give up. So what if the sleeve fell off? We can fix it back in place and no one will even notice. No one will notice? The entire outfit is falling apart right before my eyes. Frowning, the witch tries to stick the sleeve back on as if hoping it might take root and grow back together. Wait a minute. I can fix it in no time. Ignoring Zara's complaints, I rush to the sewing basket. I try to sew the sleeve back on and Zara stands there. Of course, the job isn't without a few needle pricks, but the witch endures it. Although, judging by her face, Zara has clearly resigned herself to failure. Here we go again. Don't you have faith in yourself? Done. It's like it's brand new, and you were worried. Instead of answering Zara's sighs, she doesn't seem very happy with my success. I mean, it could work. Now let's hurry up. We need to get out of the marketplace area before the sun finishes rising. Otherwise, two priestesses running across the rooftops will surely be noticed by patrols. Zara nods and we head out the window. Once outside, I immediately check to make sure it's morning. Retracing our route our route in my mind, I quickly ask the witch to follow me. As we move, I keep an eye out for patrols down the street just in case we need to hide. My companion is entirely silent. It's obvious she's worried about getting caught by the guards, or maybe there's something else going on. But I know a quick and relatively safe route to the north gate. We should get there in no time. Man, I'm so nervous. I really want this to go well. I really, really want this to go well. I hope they can get it. I like how the witch is on here. Oh, you guys can't see it, but there's a witch on this, yeah, you can kind of see the broom. Not for long before we notice the North Gate's tower off in the distance, and I sigh in relief. But I don't even have time to think about our destination when, like a rabbit popping out of a hat, a patrol of guards rounds the corner. Oh, why did their lazy asses have to patrol here? I immediately signal for the witch to stop, and I'm unable to brake in time. She bowls right into me. I hastily help Zara up, but I myself am losing my balance. Look at how cute this picture is. Look at them. She's holding on for dear life, and then the seams rip right here, of course. I hastily help Zara up, but I feel myself losing my balance. Damn, we're gonna fall right into the soldier's laps. I struggle to regain my balance, and I almost succeed, but what luck. At the exact moment, a fat pigeon flies out of the attic window and right at us. I just know this won't end well. Shoo, shoo. I try shooing the pigeon away, but the nasty birds land right in front of us and stares at me with its beady eyes. Shoo, get out of here. I whisper a little louder, but it doesn't faze the pigeon at all. Fool, you'll regret standing in my way to the soon-to-be mighty mage. But it totally ignores my threat. And then it flaps its wings, flies a few feet, and lands right on my head. Damn, we're about to fail. Or we're about to fall, and that stupid bird decides to get comfortable right on my head like it's its nest. I should have known sooner or later a feathered vigilante would seek vengeance on me after all the times I joyfully chased away his comrades. If it were any other time, I'd gladly accepted this challenge, but now is the absolute worst time for this. What's worse, I can hear the patrols getting closer and closer. Oh, is this my punishment? Oh, shit. Alright, let's save. Let's wait until it flies away. We can do this. If I start waving my arms around like crazy to drive it off, it might make things worse. And so I stole my pride and freeze, trying to maintain my balance, although it's easier said than done. But my patience is finally rewarded. The patrol passes us without noticing anything suspicious. As soon as the last soldier disappears around the corner, I let Zara go and grab the pigeon with zeal. Well, well, you fat rascal. So you thought you'd get away with that. But before I can enact my punishment on the bird, Zara snatches it away from me. That's enough. We don't have time for this. We're already late. Zara is right. We need to hurry. This unexpected delay has cost us precious time. The witch pats the dove on its silly head and releases him to the sky. There's no need to tell her that I wouldn't have harmed it anyway, although by the gods that pigeon takes too much for granted. When we're out again... When we're once again on our way to the North Gate, I can't help but think that we should have woken up even earlier than that this morning. The sun is shining its brightest, and I really don't like it at all. Now we can't even hope that for darkness to hide our stupidly amateur outfits. Oh? I certainly hope the guards at this gate don't scrutinize two oddly dressed priestesses too closely. Too bad I don't believe in the gods' protection, otherwise I'd be praying to them right now. Leaving the marketplace area, the witch and I decide to come down from the rooftops and continue to hoof it on the ground, weaving through the streets. Now that we're close to the gate, we need to attract as little attention as possible. It wouldn't be so bad if we weren't afraid of every shadow we saw. The town is slowly starting to wake up. The streets are filling with people. I can see how hard it is for my companion to stay calm and move slowly. I too would like to reach the gate as quickly as possible. Besides, what if I run into someone I know? I don't want to have to explain why I'm dressed like this. It wouldn't be a good time for that. Together, just to be safe, I wrap my cloak around myself just a little bit tighter and pull the hood down over my face. Hopefully that helps. When the witch and I finally reach the north gate, we both sigh in relief. I can't believe we managed to make it here without incident. Well, mostly without incident. I guess Lady Luck was on our side today, and we certainly need it. I hope it continues to be on your side. We stopped some distance from the gate to assess the situation. I'm immediately struck by the fact that they really did tighten security. Aside from 2 soldiers who usually watch the gate, there are several horsemen stationed close by. 10 mountain soldiers versus 2 girls in long flowing dresses. Yeah, if we're discovered, there'll be no point in trying to run anyway. I turn to the witch. Her gloomy expression tells me she's worried about it too. Are you ready? Zara nods. This doesn't feel right. When you're performing, you have to be confident in your skills, but I'm actually worried right now, though I never admit it. Shall we go? Do you think our disguises will really work? Of course they'll work. Don't even worry about that. Are you sure? Just look at these rags. These aren't clothes, they're Taylor's nightmare. Hell, I think I underestimated how nervous the darky would be right now. Calm down, everything will be fine, I promise. Oh, this won't end well, I just know it. We're going to get caught. Zara, stop it now. Just remain calm. Just follow my lead. You trust me, don't you? Instead of answering, Zara silently turns away. Okay, as you wish. Sorry. But keep in mind, we have to work with each other in order for our roles to be convincing. Yes, but everything will be okay, I promise. You say that like your promises mean anything. But why wouldn't they mean anything? Well, then without waiting for a reply, the witch begins walking towards the gate. What's gotten into her? Okay, this isn't the time or place to be doing this. We can work out our differences once we get through the gate, when we're in relative safety. We have a performance to put on now. Remembering that I need to act like a holy priestess of Nirian, I try and make myself look as unassuming as possible. Well, as unassuming as one can look in such an outfit. Having caught up with the witch, I asked her to slow down. Priestesses usually walk slowly. Just to be safe, we wrap our clothes around us, and even though it's starting to get really warm under here, slowly, as if the holy snails, we crawl to the mounted troops. Receiving a few suspicious glances, I pick up the pace. It seems the local guards aren't exactly lacking in vision department. But since they haven't done anything yet, I'm hoping we should be okay for now. We finally reached the gate, which is protected by 2 sentries. I swear it took us forever to get here. As if we're too close for our long-desired freedom, one of the soldiers blocks our way. Halt! In the name of the royal family, by order number 572, paragraph 3, every traveler leaving town must be inspected. Bureaucracy. 580 what? Paragraph 2? Okay, never mind. I quickly make the cutest expression on my face is capable of, and step forward while blocking the darky from the soldier's view. She's clearly nervous, so I need to take the lead in my acting role. I don't mind, though. Oh, shit. Do you truly wish to inspect us? But we're 2 humble priestesses with nothing to hide except our bodies. I understand, holy sister, but orders are orders. The guardsman glances at my companion, who pulls the hood down over her face a little bit more. Oh, what times we live in. A poor pilgrim can't simply pay her respects to the goddess in the sanctuary. Everyone always tries to sneak beneath our holy investments to teach our young bodies. I tragically raise my eyes to the heavens, as if calling on the goddess Nirian herself to witness. Hearing this, the guard immediately blushes. What luck! He's quite young and shy. It should be easy enough to confuse him with a little ambiguity. This is just a basic inspection to confirm that you're not carrying any restricted paraphernalia, sister. Then we just need to compare you to the portraits of the criminals. It's standard procedure and... Portraits of the criminals? Oh, do I look like a criminal to you? Sister Helen, did you hear that? The guard says I look like a criminal. Helen immediately begins nodding enthusiastically, agreeing with my words. I'm almost afraid her head might fall off with how hard she's nodding her head. The guard mumbles something about us not understanding him right, and that he needs to execute the order. I'm about to dump another piece of nonsense on his head, but a senior officer approaches us. With a silent gesture, he orders the young soldier to stop talking and turns to us. My apologies for this mutt's behavior, dear lady. Of course he didn't intend to insult you in any way. I don't like the arrogant tone of this guard. The mustached soldier, Waluigi, doesn't seem nearly as simple-minded as his colleague. I promise you, no one wishes to infringe upon your honor as dignity. We are mere soldiers executing our orders. The guardsman's eyes slide over our dresses. His gaze lingers on the darky a few moments as he tries to peek under the hood, and then he continues inspecting me. Following his gaze, I realize in horror that my cloak had flown open, and the man can now see that my sleeves of my dress are different colors. Damn, this is bad. But it's alright. I can bluff my way out of this. Flashing the mustachioed guardsman a dazzling smile, I coyly lower my eyes. Oh, so a truly noble man has arrived. I hope that you wouldn't hurt me or my holy sister. I assure you, you're entirely safe here, lady. Gloria Bernabella. Lady Gloria Bernabella, a charming name. His sickly sweet voice and cold calculating eye tells me that the guard has decided to play me at my own game. What a cheeky fellow. I have no doubt that you and your equally charming companion are as pure as angels given flesh by the goddess herself. But I am merely a servant of the king and old soldier, and I have to ask you a few questions. Ah, questions. I just pray they won't be anything too personal. I attempt to giggle flirtatiously, but my brain is a frantic mess as I'm trying to figure out what to do next. Zara, standing there behind me, is huffing anxiously, but that doesn't say a word. I'm obviously not getting any help from her. No, I wouldn't dare embarrass you in front of, with such inquiries. Well, how would one know? Many men have told me have only one thing in mind, and my body and soul is bound to the temple of the Lord. The guardsman grimaces, but then brandishes his unexpectedly helpful smile once again. Believe me, Lady Guadalupe Bellestria, duty comes first and foremost. Wait, that's different than what she said. For this humble servant of the king. Wait. I'm gonna go back real fast. Gabriella Belladonna. Okay. Gabriella Belladonna. This guy's smart. Oh, how wonderful it is to know that our town is protected by such a valiant and honorable soldier as yourself. I am glad of it too, my lady, but let us continue on our tedious formalities. The guard begins to question me about where we're from, where we're headed, and so on. During the course of this interrogation, the mustachioed soldier continues studying me, my outfit, and my companion. This isn't a man, he's a bloodhound. I wouldn't be surprised if he had once been a member of the secret holy chancelleries, there we go. And perhaps he had been demoted for some infraction. Once the questioning is over, the soldier puts on a heavy pack of leaflets with posters of criminals on them. I pull the witch closer to me and whisper in her ear that she is in no way to react to any of the guardsman's demands. I try to get us... Now, if Lady Guinevere Balladonna will allow it, I would like to perform one final task. The soldier deftly shuffles through the wanted posters until a portrait of Zara Chironellis is on top. You sneaky bastard. Apparently, not only is he suspicious of our outfit, but the witch's dark hands as well. Damn, why didn't I think of it earlier? It's rare that native of Eastern Kingdoms become priestesses of Nerian. It's unsurprising that her skin has drawn his attention. Are not all guards as stupid as I thought? Nah, that can't be. Surely there's a way to fool him. I just need to figure it out. While I'm deep in thought, the mustachioed weasel approaches the witch and attempts to look under her hood. Stop! I mean, Sister Helen made a vow in the name of the goddess to hide her face from strangers. You mustn't make her break her holy promise. What is that now? I've never heard of such a vow. Of course not. You're a soldier, not a priest. And the priests, I'll have you know, make all kinds of vows. Take Sister Desdemona, for example, a priestess of Tyriam, who once... I am sure that's a fascinating story, but I cannot disobey orders. Please understand, I am simply a servant, and the guardman tries to lift the witch's hood, but she deftly dodges his attempt. That's enough. Sister Helen swore that she would not allow her face to be shown to another soul until the end of the Sabbath. She has vowed this before the goddess herself. Do you really truly wish to make such a poor thing break her oath? Oh, I can hardly imagine Nerian's wrath, and what punishment she would inflict upon such an ignorant girl for such a sin. Suddenly, I noticed that the mounted guards are watching our performance. They're staring at us, visibly curious. Those dunces, this isn't a circus. I continue arguing with the guardsmen for quite some time over whether Sister Helen should show her face in defiance of her vow or not. I'm starting to wonder why the mustachioed cretin is tolerating this charade as long as he had, instead of just pulling the hood from over the witch's face already. However, I quickly remember that the wanted poster stating that force was not to be allowed in Zara's apprehension. And so she strongly grips onto her hood, making it impossible for him to remove it without force. Although the guard can't be sure she's the escapee everyone is looking for, he definitely suspects it's her. and is therefore handling the matter just delicately. The mustachioed guardsman tries to near the witch, but each time, as if by chance, I happen to meet between him and his target. Finally, I see that he's grown tired of these games, and that's not good. The guardsman waves over a second soldier, then addresses me in the voice of a man who's no longer interested in his little charade. I see, Lady Herdiana, that you and your companion are as clean as a whistle. I would expect no less of holy maidens such as yourself. Oh, I'm glad to hear that you finally come to your senses. Now, may we move along? Prayers don't pray themselves, you know. Of course. But there's one last request I'd like to make. Last request? What would that be? My family has long honored the goddess Nirian, and I would like to receive your blessing. And that's all? I sigh in relief, but I realize I can't remember any prayers, especially not blessings. Watching the smile leave my face, the sneaky fellow sarcastically asks, Is there a problem? Are you not in a hurry to the sanctuary? One blessing, and you and your sister in faith can go free. Damn, sure I could ramble off any nonsense if it were a blessing. But what if the soldier isn't lying about his family worshipping Nirian, and he knows the prayer by heart? It could easily outed as a fraud. Oh, of course, Nirian blesses you and all the brave defenders of our kingdom. Now, if you please. I grabbed the witch by her sleeve and turned towards the gate. My apologies, but we're in a hurry. What about the prayer? Prayer? What prayer? The soldier frowns and realizes I'm not getting out of this trait easily. Ah, the prayer. Okay, I got it. Approaching him, I raised my arms to the sky and began muttering something inarticulately, occasionally raising my voice on a few words I still remember. The witch, hoping to help, comes closer and whispers to me a few things that she knows about prayers herself, although it's honestly not much. We're so into our charade, we don't even notice when the second guard approaches the darky from behind. With one swoop move, and the hood has been removed from her face. Shit. She's the false priestess at once. The witch is frozen in shock and staring in horror at the surrounding guards. I once again grab her hand and scream, Run! And I drag her along after me. We don't have much hope for a successful escape, but if there's even the slightest chance, I won't give up. Once we're through the gate, I'm momentarily disoriented with no idea what to do next. All I know is we can't let those guards get their hands on us. Oh, what I would have done to deserve all this. I've always been such a good girl. It's all over. There's no hope for us now. We're done for. Stop freaking out. Nothing is over yet. The riders are going to catch us. We can't escape. Sewing those dresses was all your stupid idea. The darky is right, but only partially. Horses do move faster than us, but they're not accustomed to the narrow forest paths. I abruptly veer off the road and into the dense thicket, dragging the witch along with me. We're now running like hell through the backwoods, and the riders quickly turn to follow. But I was right. The dense forest greatly slows them down. The horses keep having to brake around obstacles while heavy branches smack into the soldiers in the face. Luckily, luck may not be on our side today, but the forest most certainly is. Having finally lost our pursuers, and I'm about to celebrate, I realize we aren't so lucky. My companion and I suddenly run out into an open clearing. There's nowhere for us to run when the soldiers get here. But worst of all, a lake stretches out before us. We can't go back, and there's only water ahead. There's a wide open bridge that spans the lake before us, but it's a bad idea to cross it. The soldiers would easily see and continue to chase us across the river, the water being our only option if they save us. I don't have any time to think about what to do when I hear the sound of approaching hoofs behind us. Damn, what are we going to do now? Seeing that I'm at a loss, the witch listens to the approaching soldiers, and then she hugs me tightly and pulls something from her pocket. It's a bag of magic powder that she used to escape the guards when we first met. The darky throws the power in the air, mutters a spell, and then the air around us flashes into a bright purple glow, and I lose my footing. For a moment, everything seems to freeze, and I feel a surge of nausea. When the smoke clears, Oh, what happened? Where are we? Quiet. We're under the bridge. Don't make a sound or you'll draw your unwanted attention. Under the bridge. I look around. We're standing in the water and mud, and our already ugly costumes are now completely ruined. But it doesn't really matter now. The soldiers arrive at the clearing and immediately head across the bridge. The sound of the horses' hooves literally race over our heads, echoing in my ears like a funeral chime. Oh, I can only imagine what would happen to us if they simply thought to look under the bridge. Where do they go? I think they're on the other side. You search the clearing, the rest with me on the other side. The soldiers begin scouring the area, looking through bushes, bush after bush, and even beneath fallen leaves. Are they looking for people or mushrooms? Anyway, it is what it is. Let them have at it. Hopefully they won't think to look under the bridge. Seeing that our pursuers haven't even come close to our hideout, we feel a little bit relieved and take a breath. I look at Zara, who is now firmly snuggled up against me while attempting to see what's happening on the shore of the unconcealed anxiety. So she's so close now. I can smell her hair, hear her heartbeat. This closeness excites me, and I'm a little embarrassed by it. But I know that Zara now clings to me in desperation, like a drowning man grasping for a straw. It isn't out of affection, but she's simply frightened. I try to think of something else, but again and again the thought returns to me that the witch's boobs are now pressing against me. The idea of which is very hard to ignore. Fortunately, the soldiers quickly grow tired of searching the clearing and realize that there was no place for us to hide our escape except on the other side of the lake, and so they decide to continue the search there. Sometime later, after the soldiers have finally disappeared into the distance, we wade back to shore, and the first thing we do is take off our sullied and wet clothing. Thankfully, we were far-sighted enough to wear our disguises over our regular clothes. Of course, they're also wet, but it's better than nothing. And not only are the priestess's disguises now useless, but they're very dangerous. Certainly, every soldier in town will be searching through the two strange priestesses of Nerian. But the other thing that worries me now is, how can I return home after all of this? I don't know how well the guardsmen will be able to see my face, but I can't go back now. I'm sure the guard at the gate had already been strengthened at the forest is being searched by the entire troop of soldiers, or perhaps even more than the troop. I knew it was a bad idea to make those disguises ourselves. No, it wasn't. If we could just sew well. That's exactly why it was a bad idea. We don't know how to sew. I knew nothing good would come of this. I should have put the kibosh on this idea from the beginning. Now we're stuck here, lurking in the forest while the guards search for us. All I asked you to do was help me get through the gate. I did everything I could. You saw yourself what the mustachioed character was up to. I shouldn't have ever asked you for help. How, out of all the people in the world, did I have to choose one person who'd screw everything up as badly as you have? That's just fucked up. You're a fugitive. She could have kicked you out and sold you out immediately. I know it's frustrating, but that just pisses me off. Why would you say something like that? This chick went out of her way to do everything she could to protect you and to get you out, and she did that. You're outside the gate. I grant you, patrol is out there, but there's no guarantee that you yourself couldn't have done it. Hey, stop making this my fault. I did the best I can do, and besides, it was originally your idea to disguise ourselves as priestesses. That idea was to change into them, not to make the outfits ourselves. Now what do I do? Where do I go? This is all because of your stupid arrogance and recklessness. But I did everything that I could. Don't you see me trying to help you? You haven't even said thank you for everything that I've done. And by the way, I can't return home now either. I'm sure I'm already a wanted criminal just like you. And do you really think I want to go to jail? Didn't you say yourself that you didn't regret helping me? I did. But I didn't expect everything to end up this badly, or that you'd be making so many scenes. Scenes? My life is over. They're going to catch me, send me back, and I'll be severely punished for all this. I need to escape, but the guards are everywhere now, waiting for me. They're looking for me too, and you still haven't even told me why they're looking for you. Don't I have a right to know why I'm in this situation? It's none of your business. I never promised to tell you, and now I'm leaving. I'll go somewhere, anyway but here. No, you did make me a promise. You said you'd tell me where the Romalia medallion is hidden. The Romalia medallion? No such thing exists. It's never existed. What? I needed your help, and you were ready to toss me to the guards, so I lied. It was easy to figure out what you wanted, and to offer it to you in exchange for your help, especially since you clearly had no intention of selflessly help a stranger. Hey, I'm not selfish. All you were interested in was magic I offered you. You couldn't care less about anything else. You didn't even try to make my situation take my situation seriously and help me come up with a plan of escape. What? But this is all but a game to you. That's not true. You got the wrong idea. True or not, that's all I've seen. What? So the medallion really doesn't exist. I feel my heart ache. No. And how could someone like you even be entrusted with magic? You don't even know why you want it. You promised me. People like you shouldn't have access to magic. Who knows what harm you'd cause if you had such power. I did not want it to end up like this. That's insane to me. Like, Rosetta did everything for Zara. She risked, being caught by the guards. She lets you sleep in the bed. She, helped you create these makeshift outfits. And she even risked her own personal safety just to help you. Yeah, sure, it didn't go quite the way you wanted it to, but if you went by yourself, guess what? You would have been caught immediately. And would have been severely punished. Without her help, you would have had zero chance. And even now, there's no guards around. You're sitting here having this conversation. You have a chance. There's woods all around you in all four directions. They went that way. If that's a lake, you can always head to the east or the west. Or, I don't know if it's east or west, but the left or the right side of the lake rather than going straight. What are you talking about? You don't even know me. And I don't want to know you. I'm leaving. And with those words, Zara turns and walks away. I can see despair on her face. She looks ready to cry. It's obvious she's terrified of what will happen to her if she's captured, but I'm in no mood to worry about her motives, as I feel as if the ground had been pulled out beneath me. You can't just leave. What about me? You said you're used to deciding your own fate. Now it's time for you to do so, and I will decide mine. Zara quickens her pace, and I don't have the strength to catch up with her, so the medallion never existed. It was all a lie to get me to help her, and I, like a naive fool, fell for it. And I still don't know a thing about that witch and what she's done. Idiot, I'm such an idiot. She used me, she never trusted me, and I had hoped for something better. All my dreams are ruined, turned to dust, but why? I guess I wanted too much and was too naive about it. I look over at Zara again, but she's already gone from sight and now completely alone in this forest. I can't go home and I can't stay here. The soldiers are looking for me as well, and I'm just a naive idiot who was easily fooled. I want to rush over to Zara and make her explain everything to me, but I realize that I can't. This betrayal has broken my heart. I don't know. Perhaps the witch was right and I really did do something wrong. Or maybe it was just maybe we were just unable to understand and trust each other. What am I supposed to do now? Rosetta hid in the woods for 2 days until she decided to abandon her home and start over again. Not wanting to endanger her loved ones, she decided not to return to her mother in the village, and she settled in another one nearby. Pretending to be a beggar girl, she eventually took on work as a farmer, growing vegetables, and was forced to forever abandon her dream of becoming a mage. A week or so after parting with Zara, Rosetta discovered that the witch was captured attempting to flee the kingdom on a merchant ship. What happened to Zara after, she didn't know, but there was been no news of an execution, so it's likely the witch was kept alive. Shortly after the witch had been captured, the princess was married off to her cousin, and then sent away to live off in a distant land. King Griswold, her husband, took over the throne and proved himself a cruel and arrogant ruler. Zara and Rosetta never saw each other again, and the princess never returned to the palace. Lonely ending, ruined destinies. Well, in Wilting Amaranth, I decided to take the short ending, but we are not going to do that with this one. I am not satisfied with that ending, so make sure you guys stick around for the next episode of Escape from the Princess, where we will go back and try and fix fate to where these two can be together and succeed. So, make sure you guys click that thumbs up button down below for me, because you already know your support is greatly appreciated. Leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts on the series thus far, as well as, any thoughts and comments you have is always appreciated. And we'll see you all in the next episode.